A little while ago, I wasn't able to walk for a long time. I got quite unfit. I thought, well, I'd better get back on my bike. And I took my bike out and went a couple of k's up the road. And what happens? A great big dog at the other side of the road, over a small picket fence. There's two dogs, a little dog and a big dog. And the big dog barked at me, and he was on the other side of the road, and I was struggling on my bike to get going because I was sort of out of breath. And the dog jumped over the picket fence. I thought, I'm never going to, it's huge. Great big ugly thing with a great big fat head. And I thought, what am I going to do? He's going to kill me. I'm going to have to, I can't pedal faster than the dog can run the bike. And just at that moment, a big truck come along, went straight over the dog and squashed it. Its guts went everywhere. Oh, God, that was lucky. So lucky. I thought, oh wow, there is a God after all. And he doesn't like dogs. Well, not that much anyway. And I thought that was funny. But isn't dementia funny? I think dementia's funny. Because as you get older, you have this thing, I can't remember things. You go into the room and forgot you've gone into the room for. I went to get me whiskey, and there's no whiskey in my bottle because I drank it all last night, which was a bugger because I forget to get another bottle, and the bottle shop was shut. Well, that's the problem with dementia. You get these moments of vagueness. And sometimes you even forget which woman's your wife, and that can be a problem living in a small village. And it happens. And anyway, I was walking through the town not long ago, and a small town I live in, and some bloke in Australia, said to me, he comes up to me, a big bloke, and leather jacket on, looked pretty tough, and he pushes me in the chest. He said, "Hey, you." He said, "You." He said, "We know what you've been doing." I said, "What?" I said, "You've been playing up with all the women in town." I said, "Well, I don't remember. I don't remember any of that. I just remember making love with my own wife. That's all I can remember. And they said they were my wife anyway, so maybe they don't remember anyway. And then he said, "You are a right lady's part." I said, "What do you mean, lady's part?" I said, "You know what I mean. There are Germans with the same name as you. They begin with K in Berlin. Have a look in the phone book." Anyway, he said, "You're nothing but the son of a bikie gang." I said, "Fuck, get out of it, mate. I'm not a son of a bikie gang. I'm the son of a football team. And I've still got the posters on my bedroom wall." And that's it. So I'm proud of my fathers in the football team. One of them made it to mayor some time ago. One become a politician, and one become a big business leader. So I'm really proud of my father in the football team. And a few years ago, it's all grainy photograph now, a bit black and white, but nonetheless, they were there and at the time. And so, that's a big healthy men because become my father, all of them anyway. But there you go. And now the Liberals, that is the Dems, are banning comedy throughout the world because they don't have a sense of humour. So therefore, anyone with a sense of humour it makes them, if they're offended, not because of the jokes, because they don't get the jokes. You make a joke, they just don't get it. They don't see a funny side of anything. There is no funny side of the life to them at all. And that's why what they do is actually their own sort of comedy when they bring everyone down and see Black Lives Matter people smashing up the cities. They think that's funny. Get rid of the police. That's really defund the police. That's a really, really funny thing to do. When you think about it for 2 minutes, defunding the police must be one of the most comedic things left have done for a long time. But it certainly makes many American cities would be very, very attractive. Be a bit like a John Carpenter movie, Escape from New York, or whatever it was a few years ago with Kurt Russell, is it called? And it'd be something like that where these places would be no go zones. Is it done on purpose? Possibly. Possibly. There you go. So we better get a few jokes in, because soon all comedians are going to be put in comedy camps, internment camps, like they do in China. Put people in China who've got a sense of humour, they put them in, lock them up in re-education camps and beat the shit out of them till they no longer have a laugh about anything. And that's what the left want to do. As soon as you, like Ricky Gervais and John Cleese and all those people, we rounded up and put in sort of comedy camps and decomedified, so they won't be able to make a joke anymore about anything, because everyone sees the funny side of life. Cannot be on the left, can you? You couldn't see the funny side of life and be on the left of politics, because they are a sort of amazing joke on humanity, aren't they? If there's such a thing as God, well, God has obviously got a sense of humour to portray, to have so many humans make such utter disgusting fools of themselves, and the same people want to rule the world. Well, all I can say to that is, if there's a God, God help us. Because these people they live in hell in their own mind and their heart, or want to bring hell to the rest of us. That's it is. Anyway, there you go. I am the last comedian on earth. This is 2036, and I live somewhere remote, and they haven't quite tracked me down yet. But at any moment now could be a knock on the door, and I could be arrested for making a joke. Jokes will soon be against the law in America, Australia, and UK. Then Western system will be the joke of the West of the world.